Okay, folks, this is Talking Tabletop, where we explain the term in board game hobby, and then we have a discussion topic.
It's a semi occasionally.
So my name is Barry Reynolds. This is Jennifer Reynolds, my wife over there, and here is Meg Wazowski, her stand-in because she's camera shy. So today's term is going to be metagame.
You made them lopsided.
Oh, it happens. So Jennifer, what is metagaming?
It's where you game based on things you learned in earlier games, like tells that people have, stuff like that. I think
It's close. It actually has different meanings depending on what you're referring to, but in tabletop and board gaming rather, it refers to knowledge accumulated outside of the game rule set that you would use in order to form a strategy inside the game. So, like for instance, say
excuse me.
say Jen and I were playing Kemet, okay, and Jen always goes for the Scorpion. And every game that we played before this game that we're actually playing now, she's always going for the Scorpion. I would know that, and I would formulate a strategy to try and either block her from getting the Scorpion or.
Well, that would be easier with my mom because she always did the same thing when we played that game.
Yeah, but I'm just saying as an example.
Yeah.
So that's what metagaming is. It's outside knowledge of the game for board games. For like CCGs, card games, it's a little different. It means when you're using outside knowledge to build a deck, there's internet sites for Magic the Gathering and all that, and that'll tell you how to use certain cards to, the best advantage in a deck and stuff like that. And then in miniature gaming, it's sort of the same thing, but when you're building your armies. Right? There's different websites out there and information out there that'll tell you the best point value used to build an army to maximize your points, So that was metagaming.
Well, thank you for educating us, Barry. I feel so much smarter now.
Yeah.
Well, I was trying to be nice.
Okay.
Hey, you told me about it the other day, and I kind of paid attention. Did you not notice?
Yes, I did.
There you go.
Okay, Jennifer, so what is the discussion topic for this week?
Well, I suggested game storage, but really what I meant was game organization.
Game organization.
Now,
define what you mean by game organization.
Now, Barry has a nice little bookshelf thing going on, but I noticed one day that he tries to have, not necessarily box size, but he has all his Fantasy Flight together, he has all his Queen games together, his Portal. Now, some are more by box size than game company, but do other people have storage or systems to put games away?
It wasn't actually. Some of it did have to do with box size.
But what I've noticed too is certain companies tend to stick with a certain box size.
That's what a lot of. Well, I have a lot of fantasy horror themed games actually on this shelf.
Yeah.
But they're basically the same size as box.
That's true.
That's what it came down to, basically.
Box size.
I do have a few games that are what's called the coffin boxes. The old Fantasy Flight, that's like Middle Earth Quest and Kemet, them long rectangular ones.
Yeah.
And then there's odd size games.
Keyflower, Da Vinci, those kind?
I'm talking more like La Isla. The Rosenberg games seem to be in a weird size. Some of them longer Euro games like Last Will and Takanako, and then they're a different size.
Yeah.
That's basically what it came down to with me. It was just basically box size. And it just happened that some of the publishers were in order with each other and all that.
No, I've heard you hate games in cans because they're terrible to put away.
They're stacking and all that. Now, I put mine on edge because I seem to get more in the space on the shelf. These bookshelves aren't, they're standard bookshelves. They're 11 and a quarter by however long.
You added some more holes to get the little shelf up top, I believe. Did you not?
Yeah, I actually drilled a couple holes for both shelves, actually.
Okay.
Because of the way it was working out. Now, IKEA makes these...
The cube ones?
The cube ones, which fit board games ideally for the most part. And I wanted to get them, but they have a window here, and they were 5 foot tall. And
Jen gets annoyed when
I blocked the window.
she doesn't get sunlight.
Yes. So I stuck these shorter ones here, and then I got 6.5 foot one over there.
Yeah, and then you have the little. I guess that would be more for like CDs, DVDs.
Yeah, it's actually got
for the little games.
You see that in the sit downs a lot. Behind me, I have it's basically a media tower stacked on top of one of the bookshelves for the smaller games, like the card games and all that.
Yeah.
Storage is a bit of an issue. I do have some games that I want to get rid of, about 15 of them or so. Just haven't done it yet.
We'll talk about that.
Yes. But yeah, that's basically why they're stacked like they are. Like this Star Trek game couldn't fit on the shelf, so it sits on above it. Same with the Pathfinder. And
Imperial Assault is a rather big box too.
Yes, that's why that's not on the shelf. But the deck builders, I try to keep flat, for obvious reasons. And, that's basically just. It's really kind of random. I do rearrange it, try to figure out what I'm keeping and what's going, and then they'll get mixed around and all. But Jen just kind of thought it was by publisher, and it's really not.
Now, how do you feel when people put the boxes upside down?
I don't have a problem with that.
Jen
does.
Jen does, exactly. They should all be going the same way.
Yes.
If you're going to do it, it doesn't bug me, obviously, enough that I've changed it, but I've pointed it out to you several times.
And for a while, I was just doing it on purpose.
Yeah, you do that with your meeples, too.
I do.
Just to bug me.
Yeah, I'm not really that anal about it.
Like those Queen games, they should all be going in the same direction, but they're not.
Yes, that kind of drives Jen nuts. And it also drives her nuts when the back is the reverse of the front.
Yeah, it does.
And I kind of do that a lot. Just to push a button sometimes. So I'm curious as to your thoughts on this. How do you stack your shelves?
Has anybody come up with an awesome storage system? I don't know. Is there something out there?
Yeah.
Affordable and functional.
Define affordable and functional.
Well, the bookshelves can get kind of expensive.
Yeah, they can. These are just cheap.
Walmart,
Kmart, or whatever. They're not. If I had it my way, I'd go a different route. But Jen likes sunlight for some reason.
We have other walls in here. We could move stuff.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
Yeah.
But again, what are your thoughts on that? As usual, just leave them in the comments down there, and in 2 weeks when we do another one, we'll respond to your response. And like to see what you guys think.
Biannually, when we do it again in 6 months.
Biannually in 6 months. So that was Duck and Tabletop. Thanks for watching. Get gaming.
Have fun.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. You tricked me up on that one.